Meet Zachariah Amara, a convicted terrorist serving a life sentence in Canada for his role in a plot to murder scores of Canadians. Amara was born in Jordan and raised in Saudi Arabia. He came to Canada with his family as a teenager, became a Canadian citizen as a young man, and by the time he turned 20, he was arrested and charged with terrorism. Amara was a ringleader in a sophisticated terrorist cell known as the Toronto 18. He recruited, trained, and groomed fellow Islamist extremists and actively worked on a plot to murder Canadians, including our Prime Minister. Amara's attack would have seen bombs detonated in downtown Toronto, shooting sprees at the CBC, as well as at the Toronto Stock Exchange. They also planned to siege Parliament Hill in Ottawa, kill politicians, and then for a grand finale to behead then Prime Minister Stephen Harper. Amara and his team were well on their way to carrying out this massacre. They had already purchased materials to make homemade bombs, and they were conducting training and practice runs in rural Ontario. Thanks only to what was really incredible work by an RCMP anti-terrorist squad and a well-executed sting operation, the plan was intercepted and the men were arrested before they could carry out their unthinkable attack. These guys wanted to mass murder Canadians, and what they really wanted to do was shatter our sense of safety and security. Amara pled guilty to multiple charges of terrorism and is currently serving a life sentence in federal prison. Well, thanks to Canada's revolving door justice system, this lowlife was up for parole in 2016. Under the Harper government, Amara had had his Canadian citizenship revoked. He was set to be deported back to Jordan upon being released from federal prison. Well, that of course was before Canada elected Justin Trudeau as Prime Minister. Justin Trudeau believes this.
Terrorist
Mr.
attacks
Harper,
against this country.
A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian. You devalue the citizenship of every Canadian in this place and in this country when you break down and make it conditional for anyone. We have the rule of law in this country, and you can't take away citizenship if you don't like what someone does. You can't do that.
The individual question.
Yes, Trudeau's Canada means everyone's a Canadian, and that includes convicted terrorists. Well, Trudeau put this half-baked idea into legislation through the deeply flawed Bill C-6, and that bill was just approved by Liberals in the Senate, the last step before becoming law. Before passing this bill, the Senate heard from Canada's immigration minister, who said that the Liberal government had already initiated the process of restoring Canadian citizenship for Zachariah Amara. Yes, the Trudeau Liberals are giving the privilege of Canadian citizenship to a Jordanian terrorist, to a man who hates Canada so much that he wanted to indiscriminately murder Canadians going about their daily lives. He is so ungrateful to his host country that he plotted to wage war against it. And we're rewarding this guy with citizenship. This is the height of absurdity. It's the height of moral relativism that says that we're no better than terrorists, that they're just misunderstood, and that we should be tolerant and welcoming of everybody, including hateful Islamists and bloodthirsty jihadists. Trudeau doesn't believe in the value of Canadian citizenship. He's a self-proclaimed global citizen who cares more about appeasing Islamists and globalists than he does about protecting Canadians or about the future of our country. For the Rebel Media, I'm Candice Malcolm. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and subscribe to this channel. Also, if you're interested, I've written a whole book on this topic. It's called Losing True North, and I'll put more information about that book in the description below.